Double, bring that heat, boy.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Saunders Lifestyle. Today's another day, Sunday. The day is lovely outside, as you guys can see, and it's another DIY day. So today I brought you guys on. I'm gonna show you guys how to do a oil change on a 2019 Dodge Charger Hellcat. So I'm gonna shuffle around these cars a little bit to get the Hellcat in the driveway. We'll do it here in the driveway. I like to do my own stuff when it comes down to my cars, and because I got my wife's Jeep SRT oil change one time at a local dealership, and the oil filter was definitely not all the way on, and it was leaking oil all over the place, and it was a mess to clean up, but I got it done. But yeah, I won't let anybody else touch my vehicles here when it comes down to it, except for one shop in Brandon, and they're really good. RH Turner, man. So I'll leave it down in the description below. They typically help me out with my Camaro and some odd end stuff that I can't do when it comes down to it because I don't have the tools in my garage slash shop. All right, so if you're just tuning in, go ahead and smash the subscribe button. Go ahead and give me a like, comment, share at the end of the video. But let me get you guys set up real quick. Let me shuffle these cars around and we'll get this oil change started. Let's go. All right, so typically what I like to do first before I do anything is I'll pull out the old dipstick. So your old dipstick's right here. Just kind of set that out. As well as I open up the oil cap. I don't know if this is a real trick or not, but they typically say you want to open it up. That way the airflow will push out majority of the oil. Like I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but I typically take it off. So the oil cap's right here, as well as it tells you what type of oil to put in there. So 0840. But like I said, I use the Pennzoil. That's what I've been using. Some people might like it, some people might not. But that's what I put in my car. So that's what I put in my car since I've had it. And this is the third oil change that I've done on it since I've had it. And I just hit 10,400 miles, I think it was, on it, somewhere around there. So but yeah, I got the car jacked up, so you want to definitely jack it up to kind of get it up off the ground. Obviously my car's a little low with the side skirts, I mean this front splitter and stuff like that. So I used the jack, and yes, I did get a jack stand under there, as you guys can see. So safety first. All right, so the oil that I'm using today is going to be Pennzoil 0840. So if I'm not mistaken, last time I did it was about 6.5 to 7 quarts of oil, and the oil filter I'm going with right here is going to be a M0-041 Mopar oil filter. So I think the other one I got on there before was an SRT one. Same deal, same oil filter. The other piece I forgot to tell you guys, hold on. There's a tool that I use right here to help me get the oil filter off. If you haven't purchased one of these, it's a, man, I don't know the actual name of this tool, but obviously it goes on the oil filter. Let me show you guys real fast. So back in the day, you can get those little tools that go around it, almost like a belt kind of thing, but they make these now, which is like a key, maxers up to it. If I can get it to line up there, boom. So as you guys can see, tight fit. Can't even get it undone. So As you guys can see, there's got some like the shape matches up to the shape of the oil filter. So that's the tool that you'll need. In conjunction with that, you can use your ratchet set to tighten it down, not to tighten it down, but to loosen it. All right, so there are a few different bolts underneath. The first bolts that I'm gonna get off is gonna be a 7mm nuts. I'll show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. So you got the splash guard underneath here. So you got these bolts right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 7mm bolts to take off the splash guard here. And then you have a 10mm bolt, which is, I'm trying to show you guys on the camera, man. It's right there. All right, and then you have another one right here. And then you have some clips. So the clips, oh, actually you have some bolts right here, I'm sorry. 10mm bolts here as well. So, oh, not bolts, I'm sorry. These are the clips, or the push pins. So I have a tool that pulls that out. But at the end of the day, I'm going to use a flat tip screwdriver to get those out. Then once you get done with that, you have some 10mm bolts. There's 2 of them down there. 1, 2. And then the whole splash guard should come off. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get the splash guard taken off real quick, show you guys what it looks like underneath, and then get you guys to where the drain plug's at. I forgot what socket set size that is, but once I get the skid plate off, I'll bring once I get the socket set off, once I get the skid plate off, sorry, I can't even speak right now, I'll show you guys what's where the drain plug's at for the Hellcat. So keep in mind though, you have to drain the oil pan and the cooler, the oil cooler, which there's another plug over on this side. But I'll show you guys once I get the skid plate off. All right, let me just recap and show you the pins, man, because there's a lot of pins on here. So there's 3 literally on the driver's side. You have 1, 2, 3 that go in the wheel well itself, and obviously on the opposite side you have the same. And then you have, let me get back under here real quick. You have a push pin. You have 1 push pin here. You have 3 push pins right here across those 3 holes right there. And then there's 4, 1, 2, 2 10mm bolts that you have to take out. This whole tray will come out. Then there's a second tray. The second tray is actually being held on by I want to say 3 10mm bolts. 2 for sure that I know of, but I'll check it to see if there's 3. I can't remember. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the skid plate off, show you guys what it looks like underneath. All right, so that first skid plate is off. As you guys can see underneath here now, there's a second skid plate. My mistake, there's only 2 10mm bolts holding that on, so I'll pull that off. And as you guys can see, the oil drain plug is literally sitting right there. And then you have your second drain plug on your oil cooler, which is on this passenger side right there. All right, so let me get this going, get this off. I keep pausing it in between because it's a lot to get undone just to get an oil change on this thing. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to knock it out. Let's go. The socket, the drain plug, is a 13mm plug. So I don't know what I did with my ratchet. I bet you I put it back up. No, it's actually right here behind me. Got too much stuff going on. All right, so it's gonna be kind of hard, man. It's hard trying to do this filming for you guys, but I just want to show you guys piece by piece what I'm doing. As you guys can see, that oil pan has a Hellcat on it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's your oil plug right there. Like I said, it's gonna be a 13mm socket. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and undo that, drain the oil out using my oil pan, and then once I do that, I'll put the screw back on. I'll take the oil filter off, which is sitting right here. All right, and I'll use that tool that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, undo that, and then the oil drain for the oil cooler is literally right here. All right, so you want to make sure you drain that as well. There could be some oil left up in there that needs to come out. And at the end of the day, if you're gonna do a full oil change, you might as well go all the way and not do it half-ass. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this draining for you guys. Give you guys some of that B-roll on the oil draining. So, but yeah, stay tuned.
Double got that fire.
All right, while that drains, just want to let you guys know, man, I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting on this channel so far. Definitely have to say, man, it's been a little journey trying to get at least this far. You know, I thought when I first started this YouTube stuff that it was going to be an easy thing because I had the cars and stuff like that, but it's one of the things, man, if you're not posting daily, you know, 2-3 videos a day, your watch hours are not going to get up there that quick. And I guess in the algorithm on Google or YouTube, your channel doesn't get bumped up that fast. So but at the end of the day, I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun with it. Like I said, for you guys, I do this more or less just to show you guys how to do some stuff on your own without having to pay somebody to do something for you. Because at the end of the day, man, it's a trial and error when it comes down to it. And I go on YouTube all the time. I've been going on YouTube since way back when, man, since 2000, trying to figure out how to do car stuff. And a lot of people always ask me, how can you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? I mean, I just try it, man. You know, I try it out. If it doesn't work, scrap it, try it again. You know what I mean? So that's the only way you're going to get better at doing something, is just keep practicing until you hone that skill and getting it done. So, you know, one day maybe I'll open up a shop. Maybe one day I won't. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I'm going to keep bringing you guys these videos, showing you guys my DIYs, and just showing you, you know, the way Saunders lifestyle is. So I'm not going to keep rambling on. But again, I appreciate all the love and support so far. Trying to get my watch hours up. So I'm going to keep pushing these hours out to you guys so I can get the hours in return on the views. But as I said, man, if you haven't tuned in, just tuning in, this channel is more or less for car stuff vlogging, you know, the way lifestyle that we live overseas here near London. And my eyes are all watery, man. I got allergies, I think, coming. I mean, springtime's coming. But once I get off this COVID lockdown, man, I'm gonna show you guys the car scene out here, because I haven't seen anybody yet when it comes down to any Americans showing the type of car scene that they have out here, because me and the wife are pretty heavily involved in this car stuff out here, especially prior to this COVID thing going on. But yeah, I think it's done draining. All right, so the next step is using your tool right here. You can see this contraption I got right here. So I got the oil key, I guess you can call it. Got my ratchet extension, it goes right into there, and then I'll use that to loosen the oil filter itself. Drain that out. Once I drain it out, reverse order, put the new filter in, hand tight. Like I said, you don't want to use this tool. Sometimes I'll take this tool and just give it a little bit of pressure, but you don't want to cinch it down, otherwise you're gonna end up messing up the seal on the oil filter itself. So without further ado, let me get this thing off. All right, guys, so I got the oil filter off. Got the new oil filter right here in my hand, Mopar SRT. That's the model number of it, if you guys can see. So what I'm gonna do is, in reverse order, I'm gonna throw this back on, put a little bit of oil around the seal. Since I was young, my dad used to always tell me to do that. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but I've been doing it since I've been doing all my oil changes on my car. So reverse order, I'll put that on. Like I said, there's not that much room underneath the car to keep moving around this camera. So the last piece I need to drain is the oil cooler. I showed you guys where that's at. I'll knock that piece out. In reverse order, put everything back together, dump the oil in there, that 0 weight 40, and get her started up, top her up, make sure she's good to go, and that should be the conclusion of the oil change. But let me go ahead and put all this back together, turn you guys back on once I got the car back on the ground. I'm pouring oil into the motor. All right, let's go. right, so what you want to do is you want to check the oil. So I put 6 quarts in so far. What I'll end up doing is starting the car up. As you guys can see, it's showing full. But what you want to do is start the car, let the oil run through the motor. And then once it runs through the motor, check it again. I might have to top it off with like half a quart, but we'll start it up real quick. Start it up real fast and see where we're sitting at. Let it run for about 1 or 2 minutes, let everything run through. Push this off to the side for now. Don't forget to screw your top on. All right, wipe this off. Ain't got nothing on there. All right, guys, so I got the oil in there. I'm about to start it up. But first, what I want to do is check the percentage of oil, reset the oil on the gauge cluster itself. That way it'll be back at 100%. Let's go ahead and get that going. So how you do it is you want to go ahead and hit the start button without starting the car. Put it on run. Then you come here and hit this OK button. Vehicle info, click OK. Go to oil life. So as you guys see, I got about 34% oil life. I'm gonna hit OK. Hold it. Hold OK right here on your steering wheel. Supposed to reset it. Alright, so it's back at 100% as you guys can see. Oil life. Now what I'll go ahead and do is I'll press the brake, start the car up. So let it run. Alright, so there you have it, guys. Oil change complete. I'm letting it run for about a minute, another minute. I'm gonna check the dipstick. But at the end of the day, for the oil that needs to go in here is roughly about 6 to 7 quarts of oil. Like I said, 0W40, 0W, wait, I can't even say it right now. 0840. 0840 is the oil that you're gonna throw in here. Like I said, I use Pennzoil. There might be other people out there that use different types of oil, but that's what I've been using since I've had the car. I typically try to do an oil change maybe every 4,000 miles, maybe a little earlier than that, because I do dog the crap out of this car. And I mean, that's what it's for, right? Drive it, man. Drive it like the wheels, drive it till the wheels fall off. That's how I say it, man. But yeah, that's gonna conclude today's video with the oil change. I just want to show you guys another DIY. Leave it in the comments below if you guys want to see any other things when it comes to the cars that I have. If you're just tuning in, I got a 3rd gen Camaro, Hellcat Charger, Jeep SRT, and the Jag XJ6. So I got plenty more videos coming for you guys. The next video up is probably going to be some pinstriping on the splitter for the Hellcat, and then adding the tire stickers on to the 3rd gen Camaro. So stay tuned, stay locked in. Sarner's Lifestyle. Other than that, I'm out.